Hey everybody, glad you're here with us. We begin at 4 o'clock with new details on that global IT outage this morning that caused massive disruptions all day long, still impacting so many people. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dustin Grove.
And I'm Anne-Marie Tiernan, in for Felicia Lawrence on this Friday afternoon. That big outage grounded flights globally, knocked banks and hospital systems offline, and even took some very vital 911 systems down. We've been looking into it all day, and this afternoon, we want you to know how we are impacted here across the state of Indiana.
Yeah, and of course, the big question everybody wants to know is how did a computer update end up wreaking this much havoc all over the world? Let's start things off with Emily Longnecker. She's been at Indianapolis International Airport much of the day.
That's right. So we saw big long lines, lots of frustration this morning. Emily, have things gotten back to normal by 4 o'clock this afternoon?
Well, Dustin and Anne-Marie, first let me say that it has been a long day for everyone here at the Indianapolis International Airport, both if you're working behind the counters at one of these airlines and if you're waiting in line here. This is the line at the Delta counter right now at this hour, and this line has been pretty steady all day. At the United and American Airlines further down, things have gotten a little slower there. The line's not as big as they were this morning, but these folks are waiting in line right now, trying to figure out their options. The lines here much longer this morning at all the counters when travelers arrived at the airport thinking they were going somewhere, only to find out they weren't going anywhere, all because of this outage.
We were already on our way here, so we just decided to come on in and just see if we can get rebooked. So that's what we're probably going to do, hopefully. We've been waiting in line for a while.
How are you guys doing?
We're great. We're
Nothing
great.
we can do about it.
Nothing we can do
Just
about
got
it.
to deal with it. Got to roll with it.
Now, the FAA was not impacted by this outage, but airlines that were asked for their help in grounding flights through this morning, the FAA is saying today on their website that flights could be impacted all weekend, and they continue to monitor the situation. Airlines like United, American, Delta, all here out of the Indianapolis International Airport, asking customers to go online and check their flight status. All of them also saying via social media that they're issuing travel waivers to help those impacted, and many folks are getting those waivers, especially because a lot of folks we talked today, you know, it's July, many of these folks are going on vacation, so they're trying to get those waivers maybe for travel at another time. Many of them just realizing at this point there is nothing they can do but wait. Folks, we'll send it back to you.
Oh, you feel so badly for everybody waiting in that line and powerless to do anything about it.
Well, right, because, you know, they've got
Powerless.
something, yeah, thank you, Emily. They got something on the other end, you
Yeah.
know, it's either for business, for weddings, for funerals, vacations, big plans all now put on hold, and that just has a ripple effect.
NBC News was reporting almost 10,000 flights either canceled or delayed earlier today.
Yeah, a lot of frustration. So Matt Standridge joins us now with a stark look at how today's flight patterns change. This is really interesting.
It is. So we have to track all flights across the U.S. So the transponder's on and you can see the actual airplane on the maps. I want to show you, this is coming in from Flight Radar 24. There on the left, we have a normal morning. And the reason why we have that is there's generally a drop off in air traffic early in the morning. But then once the sun comes up and we get towards sunrise, of course, this gets really busy. There on the right-hand side, you can see the difference of what today brought with all the cancellations, the delays, and the ground stops. And in fact, the transponders were still on the aircraft, so they were just parked sitting there at the gates and the runways. You can see them just parked there at the cities. You stop at 6 a.m. in just a second, there you go. And then you can see the big difference compared to what it normally is like versus what it was like today. Not a lot of flights were going.
It's one thing to see the numbers, it's another to see it visually.
Yeah. I'm a visual learner. That
That helps, yeah.
That helps me a lot.
All right.
Thanks so much, Matt.